guys, Rivet here. Welcome back to another vlog. Recording this Saturday morning, the same day you're watching it, potentially, if you're watching it the day it comes out. So yeah, doing things a little different. Oh, I forgot to do the other camera. Ignore me as I fiddle, multitasking, as we say. Getting it turned on, and it's a recording as well. Yeah, so as you can see, there's a lot of traffic out and around today. Gas prices here are through the roof, but apparently it does not faze people for the most part, and they are continually driving. I don't know, if I was paying close to $9 a gallon for gas or petrol, as you would call it, I'd be doing what I do and taking a fucking walk. Hey, I'm just a little bit different. On a quest today, an odd quest this morning. Not a quest I was intending to do, but it's one that I have to do. Putting on my shorts this morning, and popped a button on the waistline, so I have to go get a sewing kit and put the button back on. Don't know what happened to my sewing kit. Apparently it did not survive one of the multitude of moves I had, so not the end of the world. Wow, people walking. It's 10:30 in the morning, and it's just a line of people going into the liquor and beer store. And if you're not from Canada, you don't know what I'm talking about here. This is our LCBO, and this is our beer store. So you can get liquor and wine over here, beer over here. You can also get beer in here, but you know, and it's all government run and organized, and it's where you go to get your alcohol in Ontario. I don't do either, so it doesn't bother me. Caught it. So I apologize if you hear a lot of noise and wind. It's one of those days where it's I tried to do this yesterday, and the wind was through the roof. I think we had 70 km/h winds. We're supposed to have gusts up to 50 today. I felt them. So yeah, we are trying to do this while dealing with things. We had a huge heat wave earlier in the week, which is, I say that from a Canadian perspective. They get up to 34, 35 the other day, which is mid-90s in Fahrenheit for the American folks. Today it is a lovely 72 degrees, roughly 21, 22 centigrade. So I think it was 19 when I left the house, to be honest, which is lovely. Wind, nice and cool. I like it. Let me get this. I bought this thing for a purpose and a reason, to elevate the camera so that you didn't see my chin, my exorbitantly large neck. I find that different angles on us do different things, so I just didn't like the look of it. So I see myself from a top, like from my eyes, right? So I'm not seeing myself from over here all the time. So I'm like, yeah, I don't like it. So I try to keep this eye level, if not a little higher. Just a thing. So yeah, anyway, get back to the quest. We are headed off to a dollar store. See if they have any. No idea if they do. Not worried about it. If they do, they do. If they don't, they don't. I'm still wearing the shorts. You find a belt works wonders, but if I lost my belt, I'd lose my shorts. And that would be a travesty for me. I would, well, I would be spending the evening in a cell. So don't want to do that. But no, I'm just joking. Yeah, this has been a weird week for me. I've tried to maintain going out every day. I mentioned that last week's vlog that I wanted to try to do at least an hour a day. Haven't been able to do it. I've done 6 days out of 7. It's not bad. I'm happy with that. An hour, a lot of times. Half-hour walks, This is going to get old real quick. The one day I did miss, my legs were just not having it. It was I'd had 2 fairly long days before that, and one day I actually took 2 walks. So I got up one day and went to go out, and my feet were sore, and I'm like, you know what? I think one day off, 3 on, 1 off, is doable. And then after I did that, I took a day off. The next day was like a half-hour, 40-minute walk, and then slowly got up to an hour again. I don't need to push it terribly hard or anything. I'm not running a fucking marathon or anything. Just trying to lose a little bit of weight. Get outside, help the old mental state a little bit. Not too sure how well it's working. Like I said, it's been a rough week for me mentally. I've had a lot of ups and downs. Great. There's a lot of fucking cars out today. Of course, it is a weekend. What do I expect? And let's cross illegally. We're good. Yeah, didn't know if I was gonna get this out. The urge to do it this week was not as on the forefront. I didn't know what to talk about. I've been in a bad mood, and I don't want grumpy Rivet to pop out all the time. I mentioned I had to get a new phone, and you buy a cheap phone off of Amazon, you get a cheap phone off Amazon, and it just wasn't working. Couldn't open up like Twitter. For whatever reason, it would just take like a minute and a half to open. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like, I've got an old phone that's 5 years old that does better. So it's like, no. So I sent it back. Factory reset my Samsung again, and the speaker came back. So I'm like, I'm good for now. Fuck it. I don't have to do a damn thing. I'm good. And to kind of go hand in hand with all of the stuff I'm trying to do, like get out and do more, I've taken myself at times to go and sit out in the park, read a book, wanted to work on some stuff, and I thought getting a thin and light laptop, like an old MacBook, would be a good idea. I don't know why that was a good idea. So I found one, again, on Amazon. It's like 400 and change for MacBook Air, older one, 2017. So I got it, and it updated to the newest OS, and it seemed okay. But the trackpad wasn't working all the time. So I didn't know if it was something I was doing wrong. So I fiddled with it, went into all the settings, added a mouse to it, and a buddy of mine at work said, get an Apple mouse. I'm like, I looked them up, they're like $100. I'm like, I'm not spending $100 on a fucking mouse so my trackpad will work. And there was an issue with the trackpad. It was an intermittent issue. I reset the software, went back to Big Sur. It was hardware. So And then to top it off, I checked the battery, and I usually use stuff plugged in, but again, I got this so that I could take it out with me. And I was going to live with the trackpad until the battery. I unplugged it, and then went, took it to a park, sat down, I don't know, worked on some notes and things, just jotting down some ideas. Sat in the park for about a half an hour, got it back home, 20% battery left. Like, it hadn't been on that long. And I'm like, yeah. And the battery was just gone. This is one of the things you have to deal with when you get older products. And if it's not refurbished properly, you know, where they do make changes and upgrade batteries and things, it's what you pay for. And to be sorry, 400 and change for a laptop, I can buy a Chromebook, which I happen to have. That'll do the same thing that I need, and I don't have to worry about the battery fucking dying on me. So I send it back, and I have rechecked my brain. Because like I said, I got a Chromebook. And for whatever reason, in my head, I was like, oh, you should get a Mac, you should get a Mac. And it's the fucking advertising. It's the whole thing. It's like, oh, you gotta have a Mac. And, you know, I'd stumbled upon the whole thing about the new M2 MacBook Airs, and, you know, the machine got me. And so it got me down the rabbit hole of watching some reviews this week, just to see. I usually don't really go in for them. And I noticed on YouTube there's two different types of review categories. You've got the ones that do the unboxing experience, which is about as useful as, how do we put it? It's not. It's the most useless fucking thing ever. I don't give a fuck about how an unboxing experience is. It's like, oh, the feel of when you unbox something. Who gives a fuck? You open the thing, you take it out, you want to use it. I don't know about you, but I personally, once I'm done unboxing something, I throw the box away. I don't know. I don't give a fuck. I keep the box if I'm thinking I might have to return it. It's a lot more often these days than not. So, you know, and then you get these people talking about, oh, it's got the premium feel. I'm like, what the fuck is premium feel? Like, what is that? It's like an influencer bullshit term. So, like the unboxing experiences, I can't fucking stand that shit. But a review, you know, where they say, I took it out, I used it for a week, I used it for 2 weeks, you know, it's in-depth, you know, things about it. Those are the things that I find helpful, you know. Or you'll find a person glowing review on something, but the next video is like, fucking hated it. So then I look at the history of the person that did a glowing review. Everything's a glowing review. Or the person that did the negative review. Everything's a negative review. Come on. So you gotta take that with a grain of fucking salt too. So yeah, the whole consumerism aspect of life, that was fucking, almost like that person out with the camera. The whole consumer aspect of things is really starting to get to me. Where I'm finding that I had a lot of fucking bicycles down today, which I bicycle down the street. Being on the sidewalk makes sense, so I do not fault them. But yeah, I'm getting disgruntled when it comes to things, so I'm not looking for a laptop anymore. Not looking for a desktop anymore. I'm done. I've got all the stuff I need for now. I think I'm good. My big expense this week, which was the only justified expense I can really say for the last little bit, is I got rid of my pandemic clothing. I don't know about you, but when the pandemic hit, I didn't do any clothing shopping. Like, I usually would buy my clothes secondhand, go to Goodwill, you know, get some clothes that way. And I preferred gently used things that, taking it on the landfill. I'm a hippie, But that whole concept just kind of faded for me with the pandemic. So I ended up having, a bunch of t-shirts, socks and underwear and all that kind of stuff that I was reusing a lot more often than normal. I wasn't wearing the business clothing that you normally would go. You're going to the office, you have to wear something appropriate. It's the same shit I was wearing sometimes. I keep my t-shirt on for a week. Who cares? I'm not seeing anybody. It's just my own stink. So, yeah. I threw on a t-shirt the other day and realized that I put my hand through a hole in the armpit. Mind you, it's a band t-shirt I've had for about 12 years or so. It had been around for a while. I mean, the one I got on now is old enough as it is, but yeah, I looked and had a whole bunch of socks that had holes in them. Underwear was falling apart. I'm like, yeah, I binned it all. It was beyond salvage. And I ordered a bunch online. So I ended up spending the better part of $60 on t-shirts, underwear, and socks. I'm not going to complain about it. So, yeah, that's me. Hopefully this week I'll be able to get out and do some more stuff. I'm going to attach the camera to my bike for a bike ride this week. It's supposed to be more temperate, so I should be okay. And it'll be me talking and cycling. Who knows? We'll see how that goes. I can get a lot more distance in with a bike ride than a walk. And I've got some time I'm taking off this upcoming week. I need to get some stuff done around the house, and for myself I need to get some of my documentation updated, like my health card and that kind of stuff. So I need to get stuff done, so I may as well take time off of work since I need to do it for work. But anyway, I'm going to sign off here because it's about to get busy. A lot of people. I don't want to torment you guys or anybody else. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you soon. Take care, everybody. Bye.